Okay folks, welcome to Monday's next stop, mate, out at Narragansett Reserve. Just thought I'd give you a quick rundown on the reserve here. Mate, the cultural and historical significance of this place. Mate, as beautiful as it is, mate, it has great significance amongst Australian history. So this place was the first place ever to have a land grant given to the Indigenous people to give back the land to them, their rightful custodians. And Lachlan Macquarie, Governor of New South Wales, he actually in I think it was 1819, he handed this land back to the Aboriginal people, the Indigenous Aussies, and it was the first land grant granted to the Indigenous community in Australia, so real important. So let's get out on the walk today, see what we've got on the next stop, folks. But yeah, I just thought that'd be something interesting. There was actually two people that was granted to the elders of the Indigenous Darug tribe, and that was Narragansett and Colibee. So yeah, they were the two original ones that Governor Macquarie had actually granted the land back to. So very important, significant historical and cultural site, Narragansett, mate. So let's get out on the walk today and see what we got at the beautiful Narragansett. And that's why they call that centre in the middle the Colibee Centre. So just a bit of info there, folks. Thought you'd like that. So let's get out on the next stop and see what we got, folks. Bit cloudy today, but I'll see what we can find, folks, on the next stop. Next stop out on the Cumberland, an absolute bottler, mate. Just goes to show that these things do work, these nesting boxes, because as we can see right there, there's a parent, Eastern Rosella, and it's nesting in the box, mate. That is just awesome. So yeah, beautiful next stop out on the Cumberland. Look at the colours on this gorgeous Eastern Rosella. Trying to call the little baby out. That's just so magnificent, folks. Oh, magic. I'll try to get up a bit closer. Oh, next stop, absolute doozy, mate. Out on the Cumberland, down at Narragansett, mate. Look at this beautiful Rosella. Oh, look at this beautiful Rosella. Next stop, out on the Cumberland, mate. At the Ginge, mate, the Narragansett. This is just magic. Just goes to show as well, these nesting boxes do work. You can see that this guy's been chewing the front out of that nesting box, and I've actually seen the young coming out of this nest box before, so that's just magic, folks. Beautiful Eastern Rosella out at Narragansett, mate. Just magic, mate. Beautiful Monday out on the Cumbo, mate. Magic. Can hear the kookaburras going off, mate. This is just sensational. Beautiful Eastern Rosella, mate. These guys are gorgeous. I'm just following these guys around. They're going back and forward to the nest box, and they got little babies, but look at this gorgeous colours, these guys. One of the most beautiful birds out on the Cumberland Plains, mate. These guys, the colour combination is just amazing, eh? Look at that gorgeous red and yellows around the face. It's just magnificent, folks. So yep, gorgeous Eastern Rosella. Next stop out on the Cumberland. I'm just tracking these guys around and seeing what they're up to. These are the young ones, the babies. Just amazing. Absolutely gorgeous out here on the Cumberland. The beautiful Eastern Rosella. Next stop out on the Cumberland Express, mate. It's the log, mate. The log. And we've got, one Eastern Water Dragon trying to get some sun. There ain't much sun out today, I can tell you that much, folks, but he's out there on the log. He's got the log all to himself, mate, so he's a happy little camper. So yeah, that's the log on this beautiful Monday on the Cumberland.
overcast as, but what can you do, mate? Get out there and try and get some good footage, or as best I can, guys. So, okay, we'll find out what we got on the next stop. Beautiful eastern water dragon, nice male out there. Okay, let's get to the next stop, folks, see what we can come up with today. Oh, next stop, absolute Bobby Dazzler, mate. Just been following these eastern rosellas around and watching what they're doing, and yeah, they've got little babies in this nest box here, so it just goes to show the nest boxes actually do work out here on the Cumberland, mate. So that is just great to see. They're just been fossicking around down on the ground, getting all the little seeds and picking out the flower buds and yeah, doing their job within nature, so they spread the seeds around and that, so this is just magic. Look at the colours on these guys, honestly, they're almost without rival. Oh, hey, stacked it. I'll just zoom back a little bit. Trying to get into that hole, which is in there now. Next stop on the Cumberland Express, mate. On this magic Monday, we've got a beautiful eastern water dragon. Just the sun's just started coming out a bit, so he's out here trying to get some warmth in that body so he can get about the place and feed on some little insects and smaller skinks, and he'll get that body heat, will generate it up to a decent heat, so he'll be able to digest the food and hunt for the food itself. So yeah, he's just going to spend a little bit of time out here on this log here, and he'll be off hunting in the undergrowth and on top of the water for little animals or little insects that drop on top of the water and get stuck. He'll just snavel those. So yep, next stop out on the Cumberland on the Monday. Not too bad, mate. We haven't got a whole heap of animals out because the sun's not out. It's a real overcast, but yeah, the show must go on, folks. So Bobby Dazzler, rain, hail or shine, mate. Okay, let's find out what we got on the next stop, folks. Absolute bottler, mate. Oh, next stop out on the Cumberland, an absolute bottler, mate. An absolute ripper. Love these eastern water dragons, mate. They're one of my favourite dragons, eh? The ability to stay under the water for half an hour to 45 minutes and to draw the oxygen through the skin from the water to stay down even longer, mate, just incredible. And they can shed the tail and regrow it, unlike just about any other dragon. They're insane, these guys. And all those ridges along those long toes, mate, and to grip all of the wet rocks and logs, mate, these guys are just insane. Okay, I'll let you have a bit of a sunbait and get out there on the next stop, folks, and see what we got. Okay, mate, we'll see you tomorrow, mate. You gorgeous, gorgeous eastern water dragon, mate, out on the Cumberland. Next stop, out on the Cumberland at the log, mate. It's the little black cormorant, just drying his wings out. He's been diving underneath the water. He's been trying to get any sort of little fish or eels or any small little swimming thing, probably get even worms at the side of the water, just about anything, these guys. So the little black cormorant, and just further along to the left we've got a beautiful, looks like a macquarie, a short-necked turtle here somewhere. There he is, magic short-necked turtle there. So yeah, beautiful. Out on the log today, an absolute special, mate, Bobby Dazzler. Yeah, looks like a macquarie turtle, a short neck there on the log. The log, folks, on the Monday on the Cumbo Express, mate. Okay, that signals us. We better take you out and find out what we got on the next stop, folks. Absolute ripper, mate. It's a rip snorter actually today. Not much sun, but still finding a few little critters out for you guys. Okay, let's get out to the next stop. See what we got. Looks like he's creeping out for the next stop too. He might have seen something there. In he goes, and off we go, folks, to the next stop. Okay, folks, welcome to the next stop, and it's the pond stop, mate. Just hoping we've got a great pond stop today because we've got no sun. So
Things are a bit quiet on the ginge, mate, today, but come guys, come down the pond. There's always something down the pond, mate. So here we go, see what we got down the pond stop, guys. Let's go. Come on, guys. Okay, come on, guys, you're with me now. Watch out you don't slip over. It's been raining after night, mate, and pouring down, so I don't know what we're going to find. It's very quiet and the weather's just overcast as, but follow us this way, folks. Come on, nice and quiet now. If there is anything out, we don't want to scare him away, do we? Okay, what do we got through here? Oh, I can see a female eastern water dragon just around the tree here. Okay, guys, have to hang out a bit wider here to get a look at this. Ah, beautiful, beautiful female eastern water dragon just down there on the log. Magic next stop out on the Cumberland. Beautiful eastern water dragon, nice female. Out on the log there, sunning itself. Decent size to this female. So there's probably another one a bit further across. It's appeared on me before I got a track on him. But yeah, the ordinary weather hasn't phased these. Our magic, the ordinary weather hasn't phased these guys, mate. Beautiful. Little juvenile eastern water dragon out on Bluey's log, mate. Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful little fella, mate, this guy. Yeah, magnificent looking fella out on the pond, mate. A mad pond stop. Okay, let's see what else we got. Zoom back. Oh, that's magic, mate. Okay, let's just creep through here, folks. Alright, creep around this tree nice and quiet. Yeah, alright, nice and slow now. We'll see if we can find this baby eastern water dragon. I can see an eastern water skink just here. There we go, the golden rocky, mate. Gorgeous, gorgeous eastern water skink. Waiting for some insects down here by the pond, mate. He's an ambush predator who'll just wait for them to come and bang, it'll be done, mate. Done and dusted. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Out here on the Cumberland, mate. So we'll just zoom back. We'll get out and find out what we got on the next stop, folks. Okay. Better duck that. Oops. Come on, guys. Let's go. See what else we can find on the next stop. No doubt there'll be a big male hanging around here somewhere. Aha, there we go. And there's the other beautiful, beautiful female eastern water dragon just further up here on the other log, mate. Just magic. The pond section just going off, mate, on the Monday at the Cumberland, mate. Beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, on this overcast Monday, we'll zoom back and see what we can find on the next stop, folks. One more look at the pond there, mate. Mad pond section, mate. Absolute doozy. And okay, let's duck under this tree, folks. Eee. Okay, get out of this. One quick last look at the pond. How mad's that, folks? Okay, let's get out of this pond section, mate. Oh, that's magic. Okay, folks, how'd you like that, mate? Guys, how good's the pond stop, mate? Every time, mate, never fails to deliver with something, mate. Even on a cloudy day like today on the Monday. So let's get out, find out what we got on the next stop, folks. Absolute doozy of a day considering the weather, folks. So let's get out, find out what else we can find on the next stop. See what we got. The fence skink lives in the cracks of either like fences or up in the trees, in trees that are dead with big, like a lot of cracks in them, and he'll just make his way up this tree, and yeah, he'll use all of those little escape routes, all of those little cracks. He's very, very flat, this guy, so he can fit in any spaces you can imagine. Yeah, the beautiful fence skink, and that's his usual habitat. Dead tree with heaps of little crevices to escape.
Heaps of food and insects there. Geez, he's on the fly there. We might get out and get on the fly too to the next stop, folks, eh? Beautiful wall skink out on the Cumberland, mate. Next stop out on the Cumberland. As important as the biggest animal, mate, these guys are. The staple food source for so many animals, mate, these little guys. So, yep, next stop out on the Cumberland, absolute bottler, mate. From the smallest insect to the biggest apex predator. All so important to this Cumberland ecosystem, mate. Okay, folks, on the Monday, let's get out and find out what we got on the next stop, folks. Doozy. Mad olive factorial. Beautiful out on the Cumberland, mate. These birds are just sensational. I love them, mate. Absolutely gorgeous bird out on the Cumberland, mate. Monday walks a doozy, mate. The sun's starting to come out. It's all happening, mate. Beautiful out on the Cumberland. Yeah, one of my favourite birds, these olive factorials. Just magnificent, folks. Get a better look at him. He's gorgeous, eh? Just trying to sneak around that. Oh, look at this. Beautiful olive factorial. Magic bird. I love these guys, eh? Just a mad insect hunter and honey eater as well. They're beautiful, mate, these guys. Magnificent colours. And that patterning on the chest, mate, I just love it. So yeah, a doozy of a day it's turned out to be at the next stop, mate. Absolute bottler, mate. Mad next stop out on the Cumberland. It's the magic olive factorial, mate. Beautiful colours on this guy. They are just magnificent. Look at him there. He's just magic, this guy. Beautiful bird out on the Cumberland woodlands, mate. Gotta love these guys. Pure magic out on the Cumberland, mate. The olive factorial, next stop on the Cumberland. One of my favourite birds. The colours, they are just magic. And that patterning on the chest, it is just downright gorgeous. Next stop, an absolute Bobby Dazzler on the Cumberland, mate. These guys are sensational birds, mate. One of my favourites ever, the olive-backed oriole, mate. Magic on the Cumberland. Magic bird out here on the Cumberland. Can't get a really good shot of him, like on the phone. I think he might be an olive-backed oriole, but just from what I can see, it's a bit silhouette-y from what I can see, because we've got a bit of cloud cover in the background, doing a bit of making just a little bit of glare on the phone, so it's hard to see the screen. Magic bird, just out here on the Cumberland. Gorgeous day. Oh, look at this mad looking fella, mate, out on the Cumberland. Beautiful bird out here on the Cumberland. Looks like an olive-backed oriole. Ah, beautiful these birds are. The olive-backed oriole, mate. Out here on the Cumberland. He's just waiting to snavel up some food up there. Keeping out of the way of the noisy miners, mate, as you do. Beautiful bird. Next stop out on the Cumberland. One of my favourite all-time birds. Next stop out on the Cumberland. It's the magic olive-backed oriole, mate. Just a beautiful bird, mate. One of my favourite birds too. That glorious, beautiful sheen of metallic olive that it gets in the sun when we've got some sun is just magnificent, folks. So yeah, he's just hanging here doing the call and waiting for his mate probably out here. So just a magic day out on the Cumberland, mate. Next stop out on the Cumberland, mate. It's the feral red-eared slider pest turtle, mate. As gorgeous as he is a threat. So have a good look at this guy. See that red streak going from his eye down past his ear and the yellow stripe down below it. All his paws have actually got yellow stripes all over those as well. So if you see one of these turtles, yeah, report him to national parks or your ranger or the local council. An absolute Bobby Dazzler, mate. Snake Alley never fails to perform, mate. What a magic, beautiful red belly here. sunning himself. There's not much sun out today, but it's okay because Snake Alley has come up with a goods yet again, mate. Magic red belly. Yeah, I think this one's female in gestation, so she's just coming out to get a little bit of heat through that body, because they actually give live birth, the red bellies. They don't lay eggs like most of the snakes, so they'd have to rely on their body temperature to incubate these eggs. So no doubt she just needs a little bit more body heat for the day to keep that incubation temperature just right. So yeah, magic stop out on the Cumberland, mate. The beautiful red belly black snake down by the wetlands would be feeding on some of these beautiful frogs and other little skinks and amphibians. It's just magic, this pond section. So yeah, here we are on Snake Alley, folks, the glorious Snake Alley. And yeah, just like usual, doesn't fail to deliver on the snakes, mate. Snake Alley. It's world famous, the old Norris Snake Alley, mate. Not just locally famous. Magic day out here on the Cumberland on the Monday. Koozie the Caveman on the Caveman Cumberland Express, mate. Next stop, an absolute bottler, mate. Snake Alley on fire again. We've got hardly any sun here, mate, down at the Ginge, mate, down at the Narragansett. But look at this glorious fella here. Magnificent snake. I'm just going to try and creep up on him a bit and see how close I can get. If I can get a really nice close shot of this guy, mate, he's gorgeous, eh? And just get in on this bloke. Look at that glorious face, mate. Just magnificent, folks. Oops, I don't want to shake around too much. Oh, that's just sensational, folks. Oh, check that out, guys. Check that magic snake out, mate. Next stop on the Cumberland, an absolute ripper. These guys are just magnificent. The live birth bearers of the snake world. Not a lot of them give live birth, mate, but this one is a live birth giver, so he's out in the sun, mate, trying to regulate that body temperature to incubate the young, because definitely this one's a female. It's got that shorter tail, and she'll be out trying to incubate those eggs to a great temperature. So yeah, beautiful. I'll just get back a little bit from this magic snake on the Cumberland, mate. Yeah, an absolute doozy of a day out on the Monday again, mate. The weather ain't that good, but mate, the Ginger's turning it on, mate. Snake Alley on fire. And next stop out on the Cumberland. Beautiful, superb fairy wren, mate. These guys are just magnificent, mate. So yeah, next stop out on the Cumberland, absolute doozy, mate. Stop, absolutely magic male eastern water dragon. Oh, he's just grabbed something by the looks of it off the ground, snabbled something. Magic eastern water dragon, this guy. Look at those beautiful colours, all of those striping and the yellow. Beautiful little juvenile male eastern water dragon out on the Cumberland, mate. On the Monday walk, he's a bottler. Look at his little face. Oh, he grabbed himself some food just up there. He's just going along the trail, just gathering up some little insects and that on his journey. And he's been quite successful with his ventures for food, that's for sure. I've seen him pick up about 6 or 7 little morsels as he's been going along. Okay, folks, welcome to Monday's next stop, mate. And what a Bobby Dazzler it is. Okay, all this time, all the footage I get every day, mate, you know, it takes a lot of power. And us guys love an eco-friendly product. Mate, just want to show you my little secret to how I keep so much power and get so much footage out in the field, mate. Because I just went from Narragansett. This is the EcoFlow river system, mate. And just the recently released EcoFlow River 2. This is the first one. I've had it for such a long time, mate, and I use it almost daily. It is a magnificent product. Carbon neutral energy storage, mate. Eco-friendly.
to the point where they've set new industry standards in power for eco-friendly power. So off we go today on the next stop, powered by EcoFlow, mate, and the river comes everywhere with me. That's how I get all this footage on Next Stop, folks. Me and EcoFlow, we do it together. They power my wildlife dreams, mate. So off we go on the walk at Wyangamata, out on the beautiful Cumberland Plains, mate. And my phone's just charged up enough. It's got 97%, so let's get out there and let's get into it, mate, eh? Here we are, folks, out at Wyangamata National Park, out at the regional park, mate, for the Monday. I was feeling a bit lazy. I thought, oh, I might just go down the local for just maybe one trip, and then it ended up being a double feature, folks. So yep, out at Wyangamata Regional Park, mate. Let's have a look what we got on the next stop on Monday's double feature special, mate. It's a doozy. Let's go, folks. Let's get out there. Beautiful, beautiful day.
Absolute magic, mate, out Wyangamata. The beauty of Wyangamata National Park, mate. Look at the amenities here, just gorgeous. Good to see they've sunk some money into doing this place up, so that's magic. Okay, let's get out, see what we can find at Wyangamata. Magic, folks. Absolute magic. Beautiful bell miner. Out on the Cumberland, mate. Off he takes and off we take to the next stop, folks. Magic and Wyangamata. Oh, magic, magic next stop, mate. Doozy out on the Cumberland, mate. Got the beautiful bell miner up the tree here. He's gorgeous, the bell miner. Come out in the sun, mate. Give us a look at ya. Next stop, beautiful bell miner. Oh, listen to that magic call these guys have got. Magic call of the bell miner, mate. Just a beautiful, beautiful bird. You can see them, that's how they feed, mate. They hang upside down and they feed like that, like a rainbow lorikeet a little bit. But yeah, they're magic, these guys. Out on the Cumberland, beautiful bell miner. Out at Wyangamata. Oh, this is just gorgeous, folks. A real symbol of the bush, that sound, mate, eh? And these guys are just magnificent birds, eh? Oh, I love these guys. Anyway, we better head off, find out what we can find on the next stop, folks. Been an absolute Bobby Dazzler. Next stop, an absolute Bobby Dazzler, mate. Nothing better. Magic. Bit of rain last night, mate, and look at this place going off, eh? Bit different than last time. A couple of days ago we looked here. Let's have a look over the other side to see what we got, eh? Ah, magic. Yeah, she's put on a bit now. Plenty of bass and perch and stuff in here, mate. She's an absolute little bottler. And young little fryer bird in the tree up here, mate. Mum's just flew off to get some food for him. Yeah, he's only a young'un. Beautiful. Off he goes, and off we go to the next stop, folks. Magic on the Cumberland. This mad little fella here. Wyangamata. Don't know what we got here. Beautiful. It's a Cumberland special, mate. That's what it is. On the Monday, beautiful next stop out here on the Cumberland. Look at this magic looking guy. Just magic, these guys. Next stop out on the Cumberland. Absolute doozy. Some absolute doozy next stop. Next stop, Bobby Dazzler out of here on the Cumberland, mate. Oh, hear that mad call. That was wicked. Off he goes. And off we go to the next stop, folks. Oh, Wyangamata on a mad Monday, mate. Just taking it all in, mate. It's magic. Gorgeous Cumberland out here, mate. Really, really loving this walk out here at Wyangamata. Hey guys, welcome to South Creek, mate, or as I call it now, Bellbird Lane, mate. It is just full of bellbirds, this place. It's magic.
Anyway, come on, let's have a look down South Creek, and then after that we'll have a look at the other creek, at Ropes Creek. Magic. Bit of rain last night, so she's carrying a bit extra water, not as clear as the other day, Ropes, but yeah, come on folks, let's have a look what we got down at the creeks, mate. Down at Bellbird Lane. What a super day, mate. Absolute doozy. Glorious South Creek, mate. Absolutely magnificent. Just quickly turn around and give you a look at the other side of South Creek. Oh, beautiful. Magic. So we'll get out to Ropes Creek and I'll give you a look at that. Just magic down at the Cumberland, mate. Wianamata. Next stop, out on the Cumberland. Absolute Bobby Dazzler, mate. It's a rip snorter. Look at the colours of this guy. Mate, talk about glow in the dark, mate. This guy is just off tap. Yeah, just amazing. Some of the insects down here on the Cumberland, mate. Absolute little bottler, mate. It's a doozy. Look at the colours of this guy, mate. They're just off tap, man. Like, talk about iridescent, mate. This just glows greens and yellowy through the green. Absolute incredible insect out here on the Cumberland, mate. Next stop, an absolute doozy out on the Cumberland, mate. Look at the colours of these guys. They're just crazy cool, man, eh? They are just awesome. Another little one just flying around in front of him too. Oh, that's magic, mate. Next stop, absolute Bobby Dazzler on the Cumberland, mate. Off we go to the next stop, folks. Wow, talk about a hive of activity, mate. Look at the amount of these gorgeous iridescent green beetles all over these trees here. This is insane. They are just magic looking beetles, so looks like it must be that time of the year where they're all breeding and stuff, so yeah, that's magic. They've got like a hive of activity all over this tree here, and they're just magic, these guys, really magic. Look at that, that's incredible. These guys, looks like it might be breeding season out here, and they're just all over these trees, mate, in clusters, these guys. Nothing more gorgeous. Look at the colours, iridescent. They're just magnificent, these guys. So, yep, better leave these guys off on their own devices and we'll get out and find what we can get on the next stop. Mate, these guys are just everywhere over this plant. Yeah, these guys are just everywhere over these plants. Just magnificent. And they're gorgeous, these guys, so we might move on and find out what else we can find on the next stop, folks. The mad looking insects, eh? There are, guys, there's some of Ropes Creek. Yeah, wasn't much water in this the other day. And seen the big bass in here too, mate, just magic. Just whip onto the other side and I'll give you a look at this side. But yeah, definitely carrying a fair bit more water than it was yesterday, that's for sure. So yeah, beautiful down here. You can hear those birds in the background, mate, just off chops, mate, the birds in this place. Okay folks, next stop, who knows what. What a Bobby Dazzler of a day, mate. Out on Wianamata, just magic, mate. The water quality, just the quality of this park is, you've got to see it to believe it, folks. So, okay, that's the last stop on the Cumbo Express today, out at Wianamata. And we had Nurra earlier on too, Narragansett, the Gange. So, till tomorrow, folks, I'll see you guys on the next stop, folks. See what we got, an absolute bottler, folks, a bottler, doozy even. Okay, see us tomorrow on the next stop, folks. See what we got.